Well, that's a shame, isn't it? Hey fam, welcome back to my channel. It is IJF. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning back, welcome back. Before I get started, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also follow me on my other social media platforms because it does help out a lot. Today's topic is about British actors coming to America and taking American roles. And this conversation has been going on for a while now, I would guess, in my opinion. For me, the first time I heard about this topic was in 2017, 2018, when Samuel L. Jackson, who was a very revered Black American actor, said this about the whole Get Out movie.
What's the name of the horror movie that's out right now?
Oh, Get Out.
Get Out. Get Out ain't gonna be
Have
there.
you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet,
Okay.
but I plan to see it. That's a whole nother story.
Wait,
No,
what?
no, I think it's great that movie is doing everything that it's doing, and people are loving it and they're feeling it.
And some hating it, and
well, we know who hates it. But the thing in my mind is, I know the young brother is in the movie, and he's British. So there are a lot of Black British actors that work in this country. All the time. So I tend to wonder, what would that movie have been with an American brother who really understands that in a way? Because, I mean, Daniel grew up in a country where, they've been interracial dating for 100 years, know. Britain's, there's only about like 8 real white people left in Britain. The rest of them, mixed. So what would a brother from America have made of that role? And I'm sure the director helped, and, some things are universal, but everything ain't.
that's right.
Which is one of the things about Selma and some other things. I go, well, there's some brothers from America that could have been in that movie that would have, had a different idea about how that works, or about how King thinks, or about
What
how
is that
King
casting
felt,
thing where you get the British Black actor versus the American Black actor to play the Black? What is that?
They're cheaper than us for one thing.
Huh.
They don't cost as much.
Oh, wow.
Well, okay.
In an interesting way, unless you're, unknown brother that they find in somewhere. And they think they're better trained for some reason than we are, because they're classically trained. I don't know what the love affair is with all of that. It's all good. There's here that need to work too.
This conversation has continued on for a few years now, even to this date, 2021. And that is because we have a lot of films coming in the new coming year. And for me personally, I do feel like it's a trendy thing. I think a lot of people in Hollywood or in the mainstream media, they're trying to do damage control. So of course, with the whole revolutionary things that has been taking place in America and the globe, I'm not going to talk about it, but you guys should know what I'm talking about. It happened in the summertime. A man was killed because somebody put their knee in his neck, and that was that. So I think a lot of big time players of society, whether they're in Hollywood or not, a lot of them are trying to do damage control and clean up. So with that being said, we have all these shows and series that are coming out because they've been green-lighted for production, and most of them are led by Black actors and actresses. So I'm just gonna name a few out there so we can continue this conversation. So we have Reggae Jean Page, who is in the hit show Bridgerton, and he is from England by way of Zimbabwe. I think his dad is from Zimbabwe, his mom is British. And then we have John Boyega, who is in the Star Wars film, which is also a franchise, so that's big bucks. And he is from England by way of Nigeria. And then we have Damson Idris, who is in Snowfalls, who is also British and by way of Nigeria, I believe. And then we have Latia Wright, who is in Black Panther, which is a Marvel franchise, so there's going to be more to come, who is from England but by way of Guyana. And then we have Daniel Kaluuya. I mean, he is in everything. I mean, do I name it? Judas and the Black Messiah, Get Out, Black Panther. Man is just living his best dreams out here. And again, from England by way of Congo. Shout out to the Congolese, because God knows they got titanium knees and loose waists, if you know what I mean. With that being said, the actors that I just showcased in the films that they're in, I do apologize that I didn't have a lot of women, but next time. But I'm going to circle back to what Samuel L. Jackson has said when he did that interview. I personally do see where Samuel L. Jackson is coming from. I feel like if it's an American role, or if the role is centered in America, right? For instance, there should be a Black American actor, ideally, in theory, right? Which I personally agree with. I'm okay with that. Because I feel like when you are an American, when you're an American Black person who has had many histories in this country called America. I'm a first generation American. Parents are from Guinea, so I don't have much history here, nor do my ancestors. But if you do have history in this country, I can totally see you molding certain feelings in a role very powerfully if you didn't, right? I might get flack for that, but I'm just saying. So I totally understand where Samuel L. Jackson is coming from. It's like, you know, if we're going to be talking about historical moments in America involving Black people, especially Black Americans, why can't we have Black American people play those Black American people? Totally get it. That's the first thing. Secondly, I go outsource or hire someone else. We can have a Black American person play something and also get paid for it. Some would say, well, how come the Brits are not working with British directors who can give them roles in England versus, you know, versus American directors giving them roles in America, etc., etc. So again, I understand where Samuel L. Jackson is coming from. One, you're giving a paycheck out that could have been, you know, domestic. One. Two, you could have also gotten real emotions that somebody probably can attest to because they have experience with that, right? Like police brutality, blah, blah, blah. Always some sad stuff when it comes to us. But I also do want to fixate on a point that sometimes a lot of us don't know. I remember I worked at a place where I worked with a lot of actors, right? And I remember this Black guy, he once told me that he don't understand, he's a Black American. He said he didn't understand why British Black actors were getting a lot of flack. He's like, the truth is, they're better trained than us. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he started breaking it down. And I also watched the documentary on Netflix called, I think it's called They Must Have Us. If I pronounced that wrong, I'll put the picture and link here. But that film also breaks down how Black people who are usually acting in Britain, they have this theater training that is very necessary when it comes to being a good actor or being a good actress, right? That's why they know how to do accents very well. So imagine being a director or producer and you want to do a film that includes all types of people with all types of accents. You probably be more geared towards a British person who is trained in different accents than an American. And for me, that's where I stand. I feel like anybody, regardless of nationality, race, I feel like if you're a great actor or actress, you should get the role. In my opinion, it's about somebody who makes me feel like, damn, you played that role great. I actually believe that you were the villain, or I actually believe that you were the good guy. And to me, I don't think nationality really has an effect on that. What we're talking about is the opportunities that comes with this Blackness or this nationality attached to it too. But my point is, I definitely want Black American people eaten too if we are talking about roles that involve sometimes their people, you know? There's a lot of, like the Selma movie. The guy who played MLK was a Black British man. And to me, I thought to myself, when that movie came out, well, I guess there could have been a Black American who could have played that, and they probably could tell you stories that their great-grandparents or their grandparents probably passed down to them, affected them, you know, in a certain manner, or how they navigate this world. But I do feel like when it comes to certain roles, I feel like anybody who usually have this skin color know what trauma is. So I feel like sometimes we should be more supportive than not. But I do also hope that we're also conscious about our positionalities as people who do make it. Let's not forget about the people who look like us who haven't. So if that means a British person saying, I'll give up this job for an American, especially when it is regarding an American topic, I mean, who am I to tell you to give up your role? But it is kind of nice, right? Especially if you're the it person right now and you can get another one. Or how about if you take one Brit, can you take one American at the same time? I'm just trying to consider equity. But then again, to me, acting is acting. If you know how to get my feelings riled up, then you got me. And I don't give a damn where you're from. I don't care if you're Denzel Washington, okay? or Daniel Kaluuya. It's all about how you get me there. And so far, the black faces that I do see on screen, yes, they're foreign because they're not domestic American people, but they're doing a great job. And I do hope that there is more roles open to American domestic, to American blacks. I mean, let's just keep it real. I do feel like black Americans have brought us so much joy and so much art and beauty. So yes, there should be room for black Americans just as much as there is for black Brits. But I just don't want us fighting. I want us to all get along for real, for real. But those are my thoughts on the whole British versus American or American. I feel like we should just all get along, you know, Rodney King style, and hold each other's hands and just have each other's back and look out for one another. Like I said, if you're the it person, why don't you just bring your own American to an American role? But then again, who am I to be checking someone else's pocket, okay? Something someone worked hard for to say, I don't just give up this role because society said I should. Okay, girl. Anyway, fam, as always, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys like my new background, okay? It's giving really woosah, I hope. And I'm wearing white, honey. And as always, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. I love to hear from you guys. Sometimes debate here and there. If you agree with me, let me know. If you don't, talk nasty to me in the comments. I can. Anyway, fam, until next time. Bye. Mwah.